If you didn't know, my brushless PCB motor falls in the axial flux motor category. This means that the magnetic flux generated by the coils is parallel to the shaft. Now I'm very curious to see if I can design another PCB motor version with the magnetic flux perpendicular to the shaft. To make this thing happen, I have to design this motor in 3 dimensions, not one single plane like this one. But how to design a circuit in 3D? There are not one but 2 ways. The first option is to have a flexi-rigid PCB. We mount 2 bearings on the rigid sides and then have the coils on the flexible parts, which can be soldered and bent around the hexagon. It will be something similar to this, but what bothers me here is that the motor will not be solid and can be squeezed. So this idea is not going to work out. The other option is to use something I like to call the jigsaw puzzle technique. Imagine having 8 sets of PCBs that can fit into each other and then soldered up together. Okay, so now let me show you what I designed and how it's going to work out. Let's start by looking at the puzzle-shaped coil. It has a total of 36 turns, so 6 turns per layer, because this is a 6-layer PCB board. I tried to fit this coil in the smallest area possible, which measures 5mm by 6.5. The coil is connected to these 2 pads over here, which are going to be connected to the hexagon base. This PCB connects all the poles in a star configuration. Now I'm also going to reuse this PCB for the bottom side, but it will not be connected to anything. The rotor is going to be 3D printed. It is designed to hold 4 N52 magnets to keep them inside the jigsaw puzzle motor and make it an runner. What's really important to note is this distance over here. This is going to determine the thickness of the PCB coil, which I decided to set to 0.8mm. I have just submitted these boards to PCBWay, now all we need to do is wait for them to arrive. Celebrating 5 years. Happy anniversary PCBWay. Let's unbox my new PCBs. Look at these gorgeous new panels. The red solder mask and gold plating really did the trick, didn't it? Before we start assembling this motor, let's take a closer look at these PCBs. The first thing I noticed is that the panel doesn't have any mouse bites. Now this panel was designed by the manufacturer, and my guess is that the area of the PCB was too small to place any vias here. For this particular PCB I would have preferred if they used V-scoring instead, but I didn't specify that, so it's not their fault. You also probably noticed that these edges here are not plated. Now initially that was the plan, but unfortunately I had to remove this option because the edge plating for 6-layer PCBs is too expensive. Now this actually created a little problem that I noticed now because I didn't connect the bottom pads. But if we manage to solder both sides, it should be okay. There's nothing more to say, let's just start building it. These things are so much smaller than I thought they were. I don't know if it's just me, but this thing looks so much like a part from an Iron Man suit. Challenge completed. This thing is small, isn't it? Now, even though it worked, my design had some issues. The first major problem was that the phase resistance of the motor was too small. This forced me to power it with 3.3 volts to avoid overheating. Now this was a little strange because it had the same number of turns as my 6-layer PCB motor, so I'm still not sure why the coils have a much smaller resistance. My best guess is that they were manufactured with different copper thickness. The next problem was that I didn't calculate for the extra height of the bearing. If you notice, the top part of the motor is not fully inserted because the height of the puzzle PCB was not covering that extra length. To solve this, I used another bearing which is not flange, which reduced a little that height. As it is, I still managed to clip the hexagon, it's just not inserted all the way. The reason why I didn't solder the top part is that I can easily open it up if I want to change something. Now before I end this video, I want to compare this motor design to my original axial flux PCB motor and also to an off-the-shelf rotor flux brushless motor. Let's start with the PCB motors. Manufacturing wise, my axial flux design is definitely the winner. It has all the coils on one PCB, which makes it simpler to assemble and also cheaper. However, the Jigsaw Puzzle motor is better mechanically because it has two bearings that hold the shaft in place. On the other motor, this is sometimes an issue because the shaft is only holding on one bearing, which can sometimes cause wobble. Now the wire wounded off-the-shelf motor is obviously more efficient because of the iron core. But the advantage that I see in the Jigsaw Puzzle motor is that it is completely printable and it is much easier to make yourself. So I hope you like this project. This video proves that the rotor flux PCB motor can also work, but it obviously has its limitations. If you like this kind of weird PCB stuff, check out my other content and thank you for watching.